300 million years ago, a single breath of air can turn an insect into a monster. In the vast swamp forests of an ancient world, dragonflies grow as large as hawks, millipedes stretch longer than a grown man, and cockroaches, the size of dinner plates, scurry through rotting logs. Nothing built like this will ever walk the earth again. The secret is not hidden in their bodies. It is hidden in the air itself. The atmosphere of this world holds far more oxygen than the air people breathe today, close to 1/3 of every breath. Insects do not have lungs. They breathe through a network of tiny tubes spread across their entire body. More oxygen packed into the air means more oxygen can reach every one of those tubes, even deep inside a body far larger than any insect alive today. For one brief chapter in the history of life, the air sets almost no limit on how big a creature can grow. High above the swamp, a dragonfly with a wingspan wider than a hawk's patrols the humid sky. Its thousands of tiny lenses, fused into two enormous eyes, scan the canopy below for the smallest flicker of movement. Down on the forest floor, an armored giant moves at its own slow pace. A millipede longer than a grown man, its body built from dozens of overlapping plates, pushes through fallen leaves and rotting wood. It is not hunting. It is grazing, one mouthful at a time, clearing a path through the decay of the forest floor. Around them, smaller giants crowd the same humid world. Cockroaches the size of a human palm scatter beneath fallen logs. Mayflies with wings as long as a forearm drift over still black water. Spiders wide enough to cover a dinner plate wait motionless in the shadows. This swamp offers no comfort. Every clearing, every pool, every rotting log hides something hungry. The dragonfly begins its hunt. It does not chase blindly through the open air. It hovers, drifts, and waits, watching every insect that crosses beneath it. Then it strikes. A single burst of speed, faster than the eye can follow. Jaws close around the body of a smaller insect before it even senses danger. The kill is over in less than a second. It rises, circles, and finds another target, then another, one after another. The pattern repeats through the long, humid afternoon. Hover, watch, strike. Nothing wasted, nothing chased twice. But even a hunter this size is not the largest predator in this swamp. Beneath the water's still surface, something far larger waits without moving. A giant amphibian, built low and heavy like a crocodile but wrapped in smooth, wet skin, lies hidden among the reeds. The dragonfly drifts low over the water, chasing a smaller insect skimming across the surface. Without warning, the water explodes upward. Jaws stretching the length of a grown man's arm snap shut only inches behind the dragonfly's tail. It escapes by a fraction of a second, beating hard for the open air above the canopy. Moments later, the swamp falls silent again. The amphibian sinks back beneath the surface, patient once more. The hunt above the water resumes, as if nothing happened at all. This is what survival looks like in a giant's world. Danger comes from every direction, above the water and beneath it, and being the largest creature in sight guarantees nothing. For millions of years, this fragile balance holds. Oxygen stays high. The swamp forests stay vast. Generation after generation, the giants continue to rule the humid air and the rotting undergrowth beneath it. Then slowly, the world begins to change. Rain patterns shift. The great swamp forests that once stretched across entire continents begin to shrink and dry. Oxygen levels start to fall. The very air that once allowed a dragonfly to grow as large as a hawk can no longer support a body built that way. Generation by generation, The insects that follow grow smaller. The giant dragonflies vanish first, their enormous wingspans no longer sustainable in a thinner atmosphere. The armored millipedes follow soon after, their massive bodies too costly to maintain. What remains are their descendants. Ordinary dragonflies, ordinary cockroaches, ordinary insects that still share the world today. Tiny echoes of the giants that once ruled the sky. Nothing in nature is permanent, not even the rules written into the air itself. One era gives way to another, and every giant eventually leaves room for something smaller to grow in its place.